the bread. Ooh, look at that puppy. She came up good, didn't she? The best thing about it is, like, when you look and you see all those little strands there, then you know that the yeast is doing a good job, and that's a really good sign right there. I'm happy. All right, now I'm just going to take a little flour, and we're going to do a couple stretch and folds, and then we're going to put it in our pan. Ooh, she really got, I put it in the oven last night, the oven light on, and it keeps it warm, because here in Wisconsin the nights are getting cooler. So you want to kind of like a proofing box. Ooh, she's really soft. Remember how I told you could feel it? It's oh, where are you? I'm not even watching here. It's really soft. It might have gotten overproofed. So I'm going to do a little bit of I wonder if I just didn't knead it enough yesterday. We might have to start over, people. Which happens, I guess. A little bit more flour to the arrangement. Can't be afraid of the bread, you just got to keep going with it. There we go. That's nice. Might have just overproofed a little bit. She was really leggy this morning, if you saw all those strings. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knead this for about 5 minutes and give some of that gluten some strength back. Stretch and fold. Yeah, I think I'll let it rest a little bit for about 30 minutes and I'll come back and stretch and fold again. Okay. See you in a little bit. Good morning. Okay, so we have our bread. And boy, it turned out good this morning, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I have a covered pan like this. And these are great because they're like super easy. But they also allow you to do the rise and stuff right in the pan. And then cook it, and it's covered. So it kind of keeps all that moisture in there, which is important for sourdough bread. And for this pan, the lady who taught me this said to just, all you have to do is put a little flour in this and it won't stick. But I've never had any problems. This is a non-stick pan anyway. I don't like too much flour in there, but so just really light. Just kind of sprinkle it around a little bit. And then what you have to do is, let's see if I can get you down here a little bit. You're gonna use my, so what you're gonna do is take this out, and I've already stretched and folded it this morning, and then I let it sit for 30 minutes. And then you turn it into the shape that you want to go into into the bread pan. So it's like, for me, like what they said was to like get it in the shape, and then you gotta like push it in. So I just kind of hang it till it gets long enough. It seems to be the best way. And then I just push it into the corners. You'll be surprised this works. Like when I first started doing it, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm like pushing down on this dough, and it's pretty and like it takes a beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, can really push on it. And then we're going to put it back in that oven covered, and we're going to let it rise 2 to 4 hours. And then we're going to cook it. Yeah. Okay. This. Turn on the oven light. Stick it right in the oven, and you just let it sit and proof. And that's it. It's really super simple. Told you this bread is like easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yep, I also made some yesterday some egg noodle dough, which my sister, look at all that dough. So now I gotta roll that out. You know, you're gonna have it really thin. I got a lot here. And then I'm going to, I have this thing does dehydrating. So I'm gonna dehydrate some noodles and keep them in a bag in the pantry for later. Because, you know, I went to a local store here the other day, and I don't buy this stuff, but you know, it was on the shelf and I was looking at it. It was for oyster crackers. It was like $4.50 a bag. Freaking oyster crackers. What? Like I can't even. I don't know. I guess, like, you know, I've been doing this been on this planet for a few years, and so I'm just not used to this, the inflation that's going on right now. But I am so humbled and grateful that my mom and my sister taught me, how to cook and how to take care of myself. And and God has been telling me for like the last 20 years to just simplify. And so I have been, and boy, am I grateful, because I can get, you know, a big old bag of flour, and with a few simple ingredients for way less than that. And it's not even good for you, just to be honest. This stuff is alive, remember. Sourdough is alive. This stuff is just like bubbly. Let me show you. So yeah, last night after I fed it, because I didn't have any sourdough bread or sourdough starter left. But look at that. That was in the fridge all night. She's alive, man. Oh, she smells good too. Sour, ready to go. I don't need her now. So she'll sit in the fridge until I need her. Yeah. And then probably next week sometime, because I got enough for this weekend. I got enough to do with everything coming up here. And that's the thing about it. It's so easy to work with. And it's really so forgiving. The sourdough bread. It's just so forgiving. So like now I'm gonna cut this this is egg noodle dough. And you know, we're German, grew up in a German family, and my mom used to make egg noodles all the time. Not homemade, but like egg noodles and soups and stews or whatever. And so the first time I ever saw egg noodles made, I was working in Wisconsin Dells as a waitress, and there were some cooks there. There were 3 older women. Oh man. And they just stood in the back and they made like everything from scratch there. Rolls, bread, egg noodles, soup. All of our stuff at this restaurant was homemade. So that's the way that it was. You know, it was done. It wasn't prepackaged and sent out in a plastic bag and then you throw it in a soup thing. No, they made like their homemade egg noodles, right? And I loved the chicken noodle soup that they had. And so I was like, ladies, come on, share the secrets. They're like, Laura, it is so easy. And I'm telling you, this is flour, eggs, and starter. That's it. Flour, eggs, and starter. And then I'm going to roll it out and I'll cut them into the noodle shape that I want. Now, some people have noodle, you know, where you like put it in the machine and they cut it all up. But I just like to be hands-on, you know. I like my hands. I like to feel the dough. I like to feel what it is that I'm working with. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am going to raise that bread. I'm going to bake it, and I'm going to make all these noodles, and then later on today, I'll show it to you. So in 2.2, you guys are going to see the outcome of all of my hard work today. Don't you just love technology? It just cracks me up. Anyways, back in 2 and 2. I just kind of wanted to quick show you. Along the way, there's the egg noodles that I rolled out, and then I just cut with a pizza cutter. And then you put a bunch of flour on there so they don't stick. I got some in the dehydrator right now going. So we'll see. They're kind of puffing up a little bit, so I'm like, we'll see if this worked or not. But you know, all right, making the dogs their breakfast. So I'll catch you in 2 and 2. Egg noodles in my chicken noodle soup that I made yesterday. Wanted to show you that right quick. So I have a client coming in soon, so I'm going to eat a little bit of that chicken noodle yumminess. I fed my dogs some noodles this morning, and with their breakfast. Yes, I cooked it all together, and they were like, bowls were like clean. Yes, indeedy. And you know, it's alive, so it's like, it's so amazing to have alive food that you can give to your family and to your pets, and for a lot less than $5 for a bag of oyster crackers. Just saying. And it's better for you, in my humble opinion. All right, darlings. Ah, look at me. I'm going to share this with y'all too someday. Adrian gave me this recipe for this amazing cleaner. Woo! It's good. It's good. It is like so inexpensive. I'm just telling you, the world is good. Heaven on earth right here. I just thank God every single day for all of the wonderful people in my life and all of the wonderful food, and like, seriously, this is just so amazing. We're so blessed. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. That bread is rising. It's in there. It's rising because that's what this is about, right? Sourdough noodles, sourdough bread. It's all here, right here on Cool Conversations. Alrighty, guess what we have here after, look at, we started early this morning, and it's finally ready, the bread, and that looked beautiful. in the thing. We're going to cover it up. I'm going to put it in the oven. I have it preheated at 400 degrees right now. I'm going to cook it at 350, but I'm going to throw it into this oven because I already have it preheated. And then I'm going to turn it down to 350. I'm going to cook it for 25 minutes, and then I will take the cover off, and I'll bake it another, oh boy, that loaf might take another maybe 20 minutes, depending. It's not very thick, so we'll see. I'm not really grooving on this recipe, to be honest. I think I'm going to use a different one the next time. That's the joy about baking, right? With sourdough, that there's always another recipe to be had. Okay, I want to quick show you this. Those are those noodles that I dehydrated. I'm just letting them cool in the bag. See? Kind of crispy. I had them in soup today. They were delicious. I gave them some to the dogs and with their food. I made some liver for them, and I threw some water in it, and then I boiled the water, and then I threw the noodles in, and I cooked it for, I don't know, 5 minutes covered. And I cut up the liver, and I cut up all those noodles, and I threw it in their dish, and they was happy puppers. And we went for a long walk today, and they still have tons of energy. So, whoops, I closed that. Nope, not yet. And it is a warm one here today in Wisconsin. I'm hot. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, Jesus. It was a good day. And for now, I'll let you know. I'll let you see what the bread looks like, right? That's the whole point. Here it is. The glorious bread. It did not turn out that well. I'm kind of ashamed. I've made so many loaves of bread and they turned out. It was the pressure of you people. It was the pressure. Look at that. I guess I could have a party and we could have, what do you call them? Those things that you put like tomatoes on. Like an hors d'oeuvre. Or I should just make a bunch of croutons. Because I was telling you how good the croutons are. I mean, that is pretty. It is pretty. It smells good. It just didn't rise. I don't know. Maybe I didn't knead it long enough. I think that was the problem. I think I was like too in with this whole videotaping thing. But anyway, it was fun. It was fun regardless. I just got off the phone with Tyson and my heart is full of love and joy. And again, I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. It's seen. Dun dun dun. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.